My girlfriend, 22 female, wants me, 22 male, to get a vasectomy. For starters, we've been together a little over a year and I love my girlfriend. I can see myself spending my life with her, and even though we have down moments I love her. I just have doubts about getting one done. She's dead set on not having kids, but I'm really not sure what I want out of life at the moment. When we first talked about this topic I was very wishy-washy, and because of this she was very upset with me, stating that it can be reversed and that if I know I want to stay with her then I should have no problem getting it done. So I said I'd look into it, and since that conversation it's been brought up almost every day, and we're on a no-sex routine at the moment because she doesn't want even the slightest risk of pregnancy, no condoms even, and has expressed to me that we should just break up if I decide I don't want to do that. We haven't discussed other forms of BC because she doesn't have insurance and it's now a man's responsibility for BC, and that it's not a big deal because any BC for women is way more damaging. The main reason I'm not sure about this and getting it done is that it feels like the choice has been taken out of my hands. Because personally, if a choice is, do this to your body or we break up, isn't really a choice. We've been fighting a lot cause of emotional issues I have, and I've been in therapy and trying to make a difference. She's even expressed to me that I'm not the person she would want to marry right now. So is it fair to ask me to do something this intense? I genuinely understand her side of things and I want to be with her, but this doesn't feel like my decision at all, and if I try and have a talk about it I feel it's gonna be an insta breakup. What do I even do? I apologize for grammatical errors, I typed this rather anxiously. Not even going to read this entire post. Hard stop. You are not married. Do not make a permanent change such as this to your body at the request of a woman who may or may not be around in 5 years, or less. Just don't do it. Success rates for vasectomy reverse are variable. Never make potentially life-altering decisions about your body and your future for a partner without being 100% sure it's what you want to. If the choice is, do X to your body or else I break up with you, you should break up with her. If she doesn't want kids that bad, then she should make it so her own body can't make any. Do not get a vasectomy. Don't listen to people who say it's reversible. There is no guarantee it will work. Besides, no doctor will perform one with the intention of reversing it later. You two aren't compatible. Break up and find a woman who isn't trying to force you to get a vasectomy. If she doesn't want kids, she should get sterilized, not you. You aren't even married, why would you ever consider this an option? Regardless, you'll never find someone who will give you a vasectomy at 22. I wouldn't get a vasectomy unless I was 100% sure of it and married. Outside of that, getting a vasectomy for someone who doesn't want kids, a girlfriend at 22, when you're 23, unsure about kids yourself, as well, don't even know if this relationship would turn into a marriage. Nah, my body, my choice. You can't demand someone to get a vasectomy. We can stop having sex if you're worried about, but that will probably end the relationship over time. More than happy to wrap it up in rubber. Way too young and way too entitled to expect this of you. At this point, given her extreme demand, I'd probably call it off. 1. 33 female. Want and need to divorce my husband, 33 male, but I don't know how. Basically, he's not really abusive, he's never cheated or entertained even the idea of it. We've been together for 13 years and have 4 kids. I feel almost bad for leaving. I literally do everything for us and always have. Right now his license is expired and it's not even a thought in his head to fix it because I just do it all. All the cleaning, cooking, childcare, mental load. Literally all he does is go to work. He doesn't even handle money and has no clue about debts, savings, anything. He hasn't had a debit card in like 7 years because the bank won't let me order one, he has to call. I was a som for many years, went back to college and now earn as much or more than him. He absolutely hates this. He does not want me working because it means he has to watch the kids 3 nights a week and maybe pick them up or drop them off to a practice. I still do everything within my power and schedule myself around kids' activities so I just don't have to deal with his whiny attitude about having to participate in our life. We don't get along and it's no secret. I don't think either of us love each other anymore. He won't ever leave because he ultimately benefits with me there even if he hates me. I want to leave but I just don't know how, I guess. I don't want to break my kids' hearts and have them be shipped back and forth to their dads. I don't even want him having the kids because he just doesn't know how to be a parent. But will gladly go 50-50 and not ask for a dime. But I really just feel bad. He doesn't know how to do ANTTHING as an adult. I've literally done everything for us. He's never had a bank account, he's never gotten his own housing, never gone grocery shopping. Never made any kind of APPT. I don't even know where to start. What kind of plan do I need? Do I go get the papers and just tell him? Do I secure housing first? I don't know. All I know is that my life would be so much less stressful if I didn't have a full-blown man-child to care for and worry about. Start by finding a divorce attorney, schedule an APPT and meet with the attorney. They will be able to direct you from there on the things you need to do. He's young enough to learn how to do all the things he should have already been doing. Or just a guess he can go back to his parents and have them continue babying him. Don't feel guilty about him not growing up. After I married a mama's boy who hadn't grown up, it soon became impossible to respect and see him as a romantic partner. It was more like having another kid in the house. Do you really think what's going on here isn't already fucking up your kids? Would you want this for them? He'll manage just fine. He seems helpless because you let him be. Tell him it's over, then go get a lawyer. I have no direct advice on what to do now or how. I am not in the US, so if you are, I don't know your legal rights. Just wanted to say, children can be very happy and brought up well with separated parents. And children can be very miserable with parents who stay together. That is not a factor that determines how well a child is brought up. Imho. Your situation sounds terrible to me. I would not want to live this way, either. You can leave. You probably should. I would. Think about this. Would you give one of your one-day adult children the advice to stay in a marriage like this or to leave and find a better future? Take a deep breath, find the answer inside of you and then act. Your children will be okay. All the best. You have 5 kids, one is 33. If you've tried therapy or working it out already, get an attorney, follow their advice, and move on. My parents didn't like each other. As an early teen through early adulthood, I wished they would have gotten a divorce already rather than having to deal with their obvious resentment for each other. They finally divorced when I was a young adult. Brides.com, ironically, has a good article on preparing for divorce. They go into a little more detail, of course, but here are the main headlines. 1. Hire a good divorce attorney. 2. Organize your finances. 3. Establish credit in your own name. 4. Gather proof of income. 5. Evaluate joint financial accounts. 6. Close all joint credit accounts. 7. Set your post-divorce budget. 8. Make the decision to stay or move out. 9. Take the high road. Do I, 21 female, have a right to feel, have a voice when my boyfriend, 28 male, has gone through worse? Sometimes my boyfriend will get passionate and/or raise his voice. For me, this invokes a fear response. I don't like being yelled at, especially by people I'm close to. I'd much rather have an even-toned conversation than shouting or swearing. He'll tell me he's gone through much worse in previous relationships and I end up just feeling small and stupid for even voicing my concern. For instance, tonight all started when he played a song I associate with him being angry and I said I didn't really feel comfortable with the song because of that. After some back and forth I said I really did just want to laugh and have a good night and he shouted, "That's bullshit," and said he was just being loving in a passionate way because he was pointing out how some part of me wanted to be miserable. He said he's gone through worse situations and understands how I feel, but if he understands I don't get why he has to be so angry and scary. At some point I begin to wonder if acknowledging that fear response to him acting a certain way is just me being selfish and stupid, if my emotions don't deserve to be acknowledged or vocalized and I should just do better to understand his love. Does my emotion of fear deserve to be vocalized or am I insane? Sorry if this is rambling, I left crying in my car melting face. So, he's verbally abusing you. You don't have to put up with that. You aren't going to change him, but you can definitely leave him. His trauma doesn't give him any right to inflict his anger on you. His behavior is abusive, yelling at you, his anger issues, all of that. There's also a reason he's dating a younger woman like yourself. The age gap isn't drastic, but the life experience gap definitely is. Women his age wouldn't put up with being treated that way. You shouldn't either. Your partner shouldn't be angry and scary to you, and they definitely shouldn't justify it with their trauma. Not only do you have the right to voice your opinion, you have the right to feel safe. Get out and get out fast. If your boyfriend scares you, leave him. You should not be made to feel afraid in a relationship. Quite the opposite, in fact. Didn't know the ability to think and speak was based on volume of trauma. Honey, you need a whole new man. This borders on abuse. Everyone's had it worse than someone else. He should not be taking it out on you. Has he started throwing or breaking things yet? He's too old to be acting like that. And you're too young to be stuck with someone like that. What to do when he, 34 male, is embarrassed by me, 28 NB, all the time. On Mother's Day this year my fiancé told me I looked embarrassing to him because I was trying to shop while I was really struggling with my disability and could barely move. When I got to the car is when he told me I was embarrassing. Since then I've kinda noticed little things. Yesterday he told me to stop eating the ice cream cone he'd surprised myself and our oldest with after dropping our youngest off at daycare. Told me he didn't want anyone to see me eating it because apparently I was being extremely weird with it. I was eating it like normal but he did very exaggerated movements to prove how I was doing it. He never really walks with me when we're out. I always thought it was because I walk so much slower than him because of my disability, but now I'm wondering if he just doesn't want to be seen with me. This morning as we're laying in bed, our 2-year-old comes in our room and lays between us. My shirt had rolled up a little, exposing my tummy, and she pointed to my birthmark and said, "Mommy boo boo." And he gave a disgusted look and told me to go change into more clothes and said, "Thank you," when I pulled my shirt down all the way. I'm not skinny by any means. I have gained weight since we've been together. But I was fat when we'd met. This shouldn't be new to him? It just feels like he's always embarrassed by me. What can I do about this? I have been trying to lose weight for a while, but it's a struggle with my mobility issues, but I'm trying. I've lost a few pounds already, but it's not going that fast, and I know it won't without some magical surgery, so we're going to have to just deal with me being this weight until the pounds start to shed. There's nothing I can do about my mobility or disabilities. I will always walk with a limp regardless my weight. But what can I do to make him stop being so embarrassed by me? Leave this abuser. You are nothing to be ashamed about your body, your disabilities, you as a human being. He is the shameful one via emotionally abusing his partner. You can't stop someone from emotionally abusing you. They wake up and choose that. You can control who you have a relationship with. You can control disengaging from an abusive relationship and ending it. Lose 190 pounds or so by dropping him. But seriously, it makes me sad to read you thinking there's something you need to change about yourself to make yourself acceptable to him. You don't need to earn his approval, and nor could you, because someone like this will always find something to belittle their partner over. You simply don't deserve to be treated this way. Saying the way you move due to your disability is embarrassing is frankly disgusting. It's emotional abuse, an attempt at asserting power and dominance over you. A toxic mindset that is not up to you to try and capitulate to or to fix. Read the book Why Does He Do That? By Lundy Bancroft. He doesn't like you. He is the one that is disgusting for treating you the way he does. Yes, walking in front of you like that is a sign he feels superior or wants to look like he is alone. All of the things you mentioned are huge red flags, especially if this is new behavior. Let that man go find his perfect woman and take the money and kid too. Children pick up on these things. The longer you stay with him, the more your daughter is going to think love will hurt, or possibly end up with a terrible relationship with food. For her, and for yourself, you deserve better. You deserve peace. You are not the one who needs to change. The only thing you can do is leave. Is this the example of a loving relationship you want for your children? None of this is your fault, please get out.